8:45, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lal Mallavarachi and read by Niranjan Abesundara. The President said he's committed to make Sri Lanka competitive in the global economic arena. SLFP rejects President Commission report on the ITIS attacks. Former President Maithripala Sirisena has been reappointed as the chairman of the SLFP. The Minister of Justice says that Viharagam and Devaragam ordinance will not be amended or repealed. The next batch of COVID-19 vaccines will reach the island by next week. In world news, China declares victory in ending extreme poverty. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that he's committed to make Sri Lanka competitive in the global economic arena. In this context, the government will introduce new technological strategies to enhance national economy. He made these comments addressing the Non-Aligned Nations Science and Technology Summit through Zoom technology. Executive Committee of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party had decided to reject the report of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry that investigated the Easter Sunday terror attacks. A party spokesman said this to reporters following the meeting of the SLFP's Executive Committee at the party headquarters this evening. Meanwhile, the SLFP Executive Committee has also decided to reappoint former President Maithripala Sirisena as the chairman of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. State Minister Dasari Jayasekara has been reappointed as General Secretary of the SLFP, while Ministers Nimal Siripada de Silva and Mahinda Amaravira and Professor Rohana Lakshman Piyadasa have been appointed as senior vice presidents of the party. State Minister Dumina Dissanayaka is a national organizer. State Minister Lasantha Legavanna has been appointed as the treasurer. Minister of Justice Ali Sabri said that he does not intend to repeal or amend the Viharagam and Devalagam ordinance during his tenure as the minister. He expressed his views speaking at a media briefing in Colombo today. He said the government has no intention of touching the Buddhist Viharagam Devalagam ordinance. He added, all people acknowledge that this is a country with a history of 2,500 years based on a Buddhist civilization. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Minister of Health says that another 447 COVID-19 patients have recovered and discharged from the hospital within the last 24 hours. This brings the total number of COVID-19 recoveries in the country to 76,961. A total of 81,567 cases of coronavirus have been reported in Sri Lanka so far, while 4,049 of them are currently under medical care. Sri Lanka's death toll due to the virus stands at 457. Meanwhile, vaccinations were given to the people in high-risk areas in Colombo. COVID vaccines were given to police officers yesterday. Nearly 18,000 police officers have been vaccinated so far. Prisons Commissioner and media spokesman Chandana Ekanayaka said 30 COVID-infected inmates were detected from prisons today. He said that 4,437 inmates and 136 officers have recovered from the virus. Another 159 inmates and 20 officers are undergoing treatment. And that ends local news for now.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Primary Healthcare State Minister Dr. Sudarshini Fernandez said the next batch of COVID-19 vaccines is expected to reach the country by the first week of March. State meters say that over 100 million people have been vaccinated in the world and that 10 countries have secured 75% of them. He said that the vaccination drive is continuing unabated. The government has allocated funds for the purchase of 10 million vaccines at $52.2 million. The government's target is to vaccinate 60% of the population. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhaleba.
On to Watchlight, the head office and selected regional officers of the Department of Registration of Persons will be open tomorrow to issue national identity cards for candidates for the GCE 2020 O-level examination. Accordingly, head office of the department in Batharamulla and regional officers in Galle, Kurunegala, Vavuniya and Battikala will remain open despite it being a public holiday. Meanwhile, candidates who have not received their admission cards for examination can download the same from the official website Department of Examinations at www.doenets.lk. That came to in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
China declares victory in ending extreme poverty. Jamal Khashoggi, US to release report on Saudi journalist murder. Man survives 14 hours in the Pacific Ocean clinging to sea rubbish. Chinese President Xi Jinping says his country has achieved the miracle of eradicating extreme poverty. His government says that over an 8-year period, nearly 100 million people have been lifted out of poverty. Speaking at a ceremony in Beijing, Mr. Xi said it was a complete victory that would go down in history. But some experts have questioned the way this has been measured. In China, extreme poverty is defined as earning less than $620 a year. U.S. preparing to release an intelligence report that is widely expected to implicate Saudi Arabia's crown prince in the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in 2018. President Biden has read the report and is due to speak to the Saudi king soon. Mr. Biden wants to recalibrate relations with Saudi Arabia, which became closer under President Trump. Khashoggi was brutally killed in Saudi consulate in Istanbul. The crown prince has denied any involvement. A sailor who fell overboard survived by clinging to a piece of sea rubbish, his son has revealed. Vidar Petilovov spent 14 hours in the water after he fell off a cargo ship in the Pacific Ocean in early hours of this morning. 50-year-old was not wearing a life jacket, credits his decision to swim towards a black dot several kilometers away to save his life. It turned out to be a fishing buoy, which he held on until his was rescued. And back to the headlines of the world news. China declares victory in ending extreme poverty. Jamal Khashoggi, US to release report on Saudi journalist murder. Man survives 14 hours in the Pacific Ocean clinging to sea rubbish. That was world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development news. Power Minister Dalla Salahapiriman says that the first wind-solar hybrid power plant is to be set up in Jaffna district. This plant will provide electricity round the clock to dwellers in 3 islands who now get electricity only for a few hours a day. He refuted allegations that there is an attempt to grant the islands, including the Delphi Island, to China. He said this was a canard spread by the opposition and certain media. He said that so far the tender of the project has not been granted to any party. He also assured that the government would never work to the agenda of any other country. On to sports news. This year's Royal Thurman Battle of the Blues cricket match will be played on May 6th, 7th and 8th in Hambantota. But for the first time in its 140-year-old history, this year's big match will be a closed-door affair with the die-hard spectators who will only be able to see the action via live television coverage. This will be the first time that is being played outside Colombo at the Mahindra Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium. Surabaya becomes the 9th venue to host the prestigious encounter. That is sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Sri Lankan exporters and providers of services to the European Union market are being encouraged to develop sustainable supply chains to become part of the restart of the island's economy to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic as fast as possible. At a conference on sustainable supply chains as drivers of global competitiveness held on 24th of February in Colombo, suppliers to the EU market were afforded training and helped to obtain broader market access to permit German and EU importers to bring in products according to international sustainability standards. That was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The new 20 rupee coin issued to mark the 70th anniversary of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka was presented to the Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Professor W. Lakshman, to the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at Presidential Secretariat. Commemorative coin issued to mark the 70th anniversary of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka made it of nickel-plated steel with a 7-sided shape. That is economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
On to the weather. Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the southern province and in the Ratnapura and Moraga districts during the evening or night. Fairly falls about 20 millimeters can be expected at some places. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragama, Uva and western provinces and in the Golmatha districts tomorrow morning. And back to the headlines of the news. The President said it is committed to make Sri Lanka competitive in the global economic arena. SLBC rejects President Commission report on the Easter Sunday attacks. Former President Maitapati Sirisena has been reappointed as the chairman of the SLFP. Minister of Justice said that Viharagam and Devalagam ordinance will not be amended or repealed. Next batch of COVID-19 vaccines will reach the country by next week. In world news, China declares victory in ending extreme poverty. That is the news.